The world is louder than ever. Every day, people wake up and instantly hand over their minds to distractions, fear, stress, bad news, endless scrolling, and other people's opinions. Most people are mentally weak, not because they were born that way, but because they never trained their minds. But centuries ago, there was a group of warriors who understood something powerful. A strong mind is more dangerous than a strong body. The samurai were not just fighters. They were masters of discipline, patience, focus, emotional control, and inner strength. They knew that before you can conquer anything outside of you, you must first conquer yourself. In this video, you will learn how to train your mind like a samurai. You will learn how to stay calm under pressure, build unbreakable discipline, control your emotions, sharpen your focus, and become mentally stronger than most people around you. Stay until the end, because the final chapter may completely change how you see yourself. Introduction. The samurai lived in a world of danger, uncertainty, and pressure. At any moment, they could lose everything. Yet even in chaos, they remained calm. Even in fear, they stayed focused. Even in pain, they kept moving. Why? Because they trained their minds every single day. Modern life is different, but the battle is still the same. Today, the enemy is not always a sword. Sometimes the enemy is procrastination. Sometimes it is fear. Sometimes it is laziness. Sometimes it is self-doubt. Sometimes it is your own mind. If you cannot control your thoughts, your emotions, and your habits, life will control them for you. That is why today you must begin thinking like a samurai. You must become someone who stays calm when others panic. Someone who keeps going when others quit. Someone who can handle pressure without breaking. Now let us begin with the first lesson. Chapter 1: Win the battle inside your mind. Every samurai knew that the first battle was never outside. The first battle is always inside your own mind. Most people lose before they even begin. They say things like, "I am not good enough. I will fail. I am too late. I am too weak." These thoughts become invisible chains. And after a while, people stop trying because they already convinced themselves that they cannot win. The samurai refused to think this way. They understood that fear is natural, but obeying fear is a choice. They knew that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward even when fear is present. Every day, you must pay attention to the voice in your mind. If your mind constantly tells you negative things, your life will follow. You cannot become powerful with a weak inner voice. Start replacing weak thoughts with stronger ones. Instead of saying "I cannot do this," say "I will find a way." Instead of saying "I always fail," say "I am still learning." Instead of saying "I am too tired," say "I will do one more step." Your words matter. Your thoughts matter. Your identity is built from what you repeat to yourself every day. A samurai trained his body, but he trained his mind even more. Because once you control your mind, you become very difficult to defeat. And in the next chapter, you will discover why discipline is more important than motivation. Chapter 2: Discipline will take you further than motivation. Most people wait until they feel motivated. They wait for the perfect mood. They wait for energy. They wait for inspiration. And because of that, they stay stuck. The samurai did not rely on motivation. They relied on discipline. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Discipline means doing what must be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. Discipline means waking up early even when you want to sleep. It means training when you are tired. It means staying focused when distractions are everywhere. It means doing the hard thing now so you can have a better future later. Every strong person you admire became strong because they built discipline. They stopped negotiating with themselves. They stopped making excuses. They stopped saying maybe tomorrow. If you want to train your mind like a samurai, you must become someone who keeps promises to yourself. If you say you will wake up early, do it. If you say you will exercise, do it. If you say you will work on your goals, do it. Because every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken your confidence. But every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust in yourself. And that trust becomes power. The more disciplined you become, the more dangerous you become to your old habits. In the next chapter, you will learn why controlling your emotions is one of the greatest forms of strength. Chapter 3. Master your emotions before they master you. A weak person reacts to everything. They get angry quickly. They panic easily. They lose control over small problems. But the samurai remained calm. Not because he had no emotions, but because he understood them. Emotions are powerful. But if you let emotions control your decisions, you will destroy your own life. Think about how many people ruin relationships because of anger. Think about how many people quit too early because of frustration. Think about how many people miss opportunities because of fear. The samurai knew that real power is staying calm when everything around you is falling apart. The next time you feel angry, do not react immediately. Pause. Take a breath. Think. The next time you feel afraid, do not run away. Stand still. Ask yourself if the fear is real or if it is only in your mind. The next time you feel stressed, remind yourself that pressure creates strength. You do not have to react to every emotion. You can observe it without letting it control you. A calm mind sees clearly. An emotional mind creates chaos. The strongest people are not always the loudest. They are often the calmest. And in the next chapter, you will discover why solitude can become one of your greatest weapons. Chapter 4. Learn to be alone without feeling lonely. Most people are afraid of being alone. They always need noise. They always need attention. They always need something playing in the background. But the samurai understood the power of solitude. They spent time alone because that is where clarity is found. When you are always surrounded by noise, you never hear your own thoughts. When you are always distracted, you never understand yourself. Solitude is where you face who you really are. It is where you think deeply. It is where you become stronger. Some of your biggest breakthroughs will happen when you are alone. You do not need to fear silence. You need to use it. Spend time away from your phone. Spend time away from social media. Spend time walking alone. Spend time thinking. Spend time writing down your goals. Spend time asking yourself difficult questions. What kind of person am I becoming? What habits are destroying me? What fears are holding me back? What must I change? The more comfortable you become being alone, the less desperate you become for approval. And once you stop needing approval from others, you become free. In the next chapter, you will learn why pain is not your enemy. Chapter 5. Use pain as fuel. Most people run away from pain. They avoid discomfort. They avoid hard work. They avoid difficult conversations. They avoid challenges. But the samurai saw pain differently. They saw pain as training. Pain teaches you things comfort never can. Pain reveals your weaknesses. Pain forces you to grow. Pain makes you stronger. Every difficult experience in your life can either destroy you or build you. The choice is yours. You can let pain make you bitter. Or you can let pain make you wiser. You can let rejection stop you. Or you can let rejection make you stronger. You can let failure break you. Or you can let failure teach you. The strongest people are not people who never suffered. They are people who learned how to use suffering as fuel. Remember this. Your struggles are not happening to you. They are happening for you. Every challenge is preparing you for a stronger version of yourself. And in the next chapter, you will discover why focus has become one of the rarest forms of power. Chapter 6. Protect your focus like a samurai protects his sword. Today, people are more distracted than ever. One notification can destroy an entire hour. One message can break your concentration. One scroll can waste half your day. The modern world is designed to keep you distracted. Because distracted people are easier to control. But the samurai understood the power of focus. When they trained with full attention. When they fought with full attention. When they listened with full attention. Focus is a superpower. If you can focus deeply while everyone else is distracted, you will move ahead in life very quickly. Start protecting your attention. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Stop checking your phone every few minutes. Stop giving your energy to things that do not matter. Choose one important thing and give it your full attention. Because where your focus goes, your life follows. A distracted mind creates a distracted life. A focused mind creates results. And in the next chapter, you will learn the final samurai lesson that can transform your entire life. Chapter 7. Live every day like it matters. The samurai lived with one powerful idea. Life is short. Because they understood death, they valued life more deeply. They did not waste time. They did not wait for the perfect moment. They did not assume they had forever. Most people live as if they have endless time. They keep delaying their dreams. They keep saying one day I will start. One day I will change. One day I will become better. But one day often becomes never. If there is something you know you need to do, do it now. If there is a goal you want to chase, start now. If there is a habit you need to break, break it now. You do not need to become perfect overnight. You only need to take one step. Then another. Then another. That is how transformation happens. A samurai did not become strong in one day. He became strong through thousands of small actions repeated over time. Your future is being built by what you do daily. Not by what you say. Not by what you plan. But by what you do. Conclusion. Training your mind like a samurai is not about becoming cold. It is not about becoming emotionless. It is about becoming stronger. It is about becoming more disciplined. More focused. More calm. More resilient. The world will always be full of distractions, pressure, fear, and chaos. But if you build a strong mind, you can face all of it. Remember the lessons. Win the battle inside your mind. Choose discipline over motivation. Control your emotions. Use solitude to grow. Turn pain into fuel. Protect your focus. And live every day like it matters. Because the strongest weapon you will ever have is the mind you train. If you master your mind, you master your life. And that is the way of the samurai. If this message spoke to you, take a moment to like this video. Comment below with the word samurai if you are ready to train your mind and become stronger. Share this video with at least 7 people who need to hear this message today. And subscribe for more powerful videos on discipline, mental strength, stoicism, and self-mastery.